Beep, 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 beep. Welcome to the Court of the Jester. We've got a new Warrior Teacher program starting in August, so if you'd like to join, please do let me know. You can contact me via the Twitteroids or the websites in the Dubris. I've got something here which I think is worth having a look at, just to show how insane this stuff is. But it comes from the Student Union at UCL, so insanity really is a given at this point from any students' union, because they are all absolutely depraved and corrupt now, aren't they, in this regard. So we've got what's called a Gender Expression Fund, right? The Gender Expression Fund. Now pause, just for a few seconds. The Gender Expression Fund. Take 5 seconds, and then you say to yourself what the gender expression actually is. It's the dressing up box from the nursery, innit? Brought into the real world. That's what it is. Gender Expression Fund is actually the dressing up box. What does the fund cover? Well, let's have a look at this. Links as usual in the Dubris. Many people experience feelings of stress and anxiety at the disconnect they feel between their gender identity and appearance. Only because you're making it so, you're part of the problem. So the whole thing's iatrogenic. So the only reason you've got the box is because it's you that's caused the trouble. Stop pampering to this nonsense. Many people experience feelings of stress and anxiety at the disconnect they feel between their gender identity and appearance. They've created the Gender Expression Fund to provide financial assistance for students to purchase items that will make them more comfortable with their gender presentation and, we hope, improve their well-being. You are carrying out a medical intervention, and none of you are qualified to do so. Or it's just the dressing up box from the nursery, innit? Like when they were kids, because they still are. They haven't grown up. They haven't grown up because of the Be Kind Brigade. They haven't grown up because they're not traumatised enough by the reality of the world. They haven't grown up because they haven't have to. They haven't grown up because nobody's ever told them no. They haven't grown up because the adults left the room. They haven't grown up to such an extent that they've now they've migrated the dressing up box from the nursery into the universities. And the universities opened the door and licked their boots while they did it. The fund covers grants can be used to purchase grants. They're given them money. They're paying people to be in the cult. Grants can be used to purchase gender-affirming products such as clothing, binders, packers, and beauty. Come on, we need to do something. Binders, packers, and beauty products. What a strange thing to have. I mean, the whole thing's strange, but beauty products are now part of gender-affirming care. Beauty products. It's dress up. LARPing and dress up. That's what it is. Grants can also be used towards travel, to medical or therapy counselling appointments. There we go. There's a backhander somewhere, there got to be. We are not able to provide funding for treatment or other medical procedures. Well, if you can't provide funding for treatment or medical procedures, what are you providing funding for? What exactly is a therapy or medical treatment? No. We anticipate grants will usually be around £50. Well, I'll get you a shirt. Right, but in exceptional circumstances, maybe up to a maximum of £100. The union has designated a total of £3,000 for this fund in 2022-23. Who is eligible? To be eligible for help for the Gender Expression Fund, a student should be currently registered as a UCL student, identify as trans, non-binary, intersex. Oh, leave the people alone, or otherwise gender diverse. Have a reasonable need for items or transport expenses to be covered by the fund, i.e. not already have lots of items they are requesting unless they are needed to replace it, be travelling to a location further than necessary. Have not used the fund excessively before, so you can use it more than once. This is money for old rope, it's a scam. With the option to justify if there is a reasonable explanation, like extreme hardship. What? No lipstick. Extreme hardship. I can't afford blusher. Extreme hardship. You know? Oh, I can't, all these feminine products I need for my masculine body. Ugh. You must also not be requesting funding for excessive costs, for example, custom products, unless explicitly necessary for reasons of sizing or access needs to be considered. So if you're a LARPing 6'5" bloke and you can't buy a dress, you can use it for that. And not be requesting funding for medical treatments such as hormone therapy or surgical procedures, or to fund private counselling or therapy. So you've got to go to their counsellors, who can be paid via the fund they are providing from the student coffers. The application form process is just fill out a form and then we'll make a decision. The only time this, right, so it says here, once the form has been submitted, it will be reviewed by our Equity and Inclusion Officer, C. Stasi, right? Supported by our advice service. The only time this may differ is if these people are not available, at which point another member of the sabbatical officer team or the Equity and Inclusion Unit Coordinator may assist in deciding whether or not they're going to give LARPing men and women money to buy clothes and makeup. The university, UCL, should be kicking these people out. Get out. I don't understand why they're not doing it. Oh, money. It's the money in it, folks. It's the money. Once there's a decision made, the applicant will be informed of the outcome and payment will usually be authorised via BACS. This is a trust-based process based on self-declaration by the student, not investigation by the union. Ask us for some money, we'll give it to you. Fucking idiots. Absolute idiots. Why does the fund exist? And here comes the rub. In February 2022, our President and Provost, Dr. Michael Spence, published a statement to condemn discrimination and marginalisation at UCL following a meeting with students from our LGBTQ+ network to address concerns raised after the university's decision not to rejoin the Stonewall Diversity Champions programme or enter the 2023 Workplace Equality Index. The Provost agreed to a number of recommendations made by the networks. One of these was the establishment of a small grants fund to support the needs of our trans, non-binary and gender non-conforming students. They're pampering. They're pampering because they're not strong enough to say to these people, go away, we're done with you. You're not coming to our institution because you're idiots, because you don't need a dress-up box, right? And even if you did need a dress-up box, it shouldn't be there and paid for by other people for adults, right? So, no, go away. That's it. It's that simple. Why aren't they going to wake up? We're not doing this, okay? We're not doing it. That's it. Off you go. So he sat down after they decided not to join Stonewall, and he said to these LGBTQ+ nutters, who'd obviously come to him and said, "Oh, we're no longer in the scam. What are we going to do? What are we going to do?" And he said, "I'll tell you what. Right, find a few people that need a bit of money. Find 60 people that need a few quid, and I'll give you 50 quid a head for them to get some knickers and bras, and some stockings, and big shoes for big feet, and big gloves for big hands. We'll give you $3,000, right? After that, shut up." Is that the academic way of telling people to F off in a sort of polite, middle class, F off way? The dressing up box from the nursery in a university for adults who are playing dress up. Think on that one today. Bye, folks.